Hello, this is the asset demo for the window framework for UI Toolkit from Garage-Ware Games, version 1.2.0. Now, new in this version, we have created a compiled runtime demo of the same demo that's included with the asset, but this one you can download and try it before purchase and check it out. I'm going to launch that up here. And once you download it, it's a zip file just containing a typical build. We're going to launch that up. Now, there's a lot of new features in the window framework. Starting with this window here is just a standard startup window. It's been in all of our demos. It's what you would consider a typical startup window for your video game or whatever application you're writing for in Unity. The demo starts. Oh, I had a window open. The demo starts with this window here. It is a intro help window. To recap what the window framework gives you is it gives you the ability to create runtime windows that can be moved. They can be resized. You get a tooltip manipulator that it can be applied to any visual element. You get the ability to add context menus at runtime. You also get the ability to apply themes. You can ship a bunch of themes with your build. Players can pick whatever theme they want to use. Yeah, and the themes are all managed by us as variables, the theming system. We've added a lot of documentation to the website showing how you can add the themes and detailed information on how to build new themes. We've included some custom controls for all the different setting options, and I'll show you that here in a minute. You can use them in UI Builder, place them in your UXML documents, call them from code, however it is you want to access them. We've also included a few window examples here. You just saw one when I opened it. It was a demo inventory window. The reason it reopened is because this is actually the second take of this video, and I forgot to close it when I shut down, so the system remembered that. It reopened it automatically, which is one of the many advantages of using this system. There's a couple other basic Windows types we've shown you. Basic chat contained window. And there is a settings window, which you can also access from this gear down here. But this settings window has all of the different settings that I showed you earlier, all in one place, so you can adjust them for your thing. This window comes as shipped with the package. You also have the ability to turn Windows full screen if you want. You can do that from the context menu there, or you can double click the header bar. Each one of the examples in the demo has its own page that you can sample each one of the features. The context menu, if you come here, you can see it has couple of items there that you can do different functions with. And you can adjust any of your settings, like for instance the context menu. You can way up it if you want. Personal preferences, that's why the settings are there. We have basic explanation of all the new features. The system comes with the 6 themes like I showed you. It also comes with a new editor-based theme manager, which I will show you in a second, along with a window debugger. This window here, this is also a window set to clear background, locked into position so that it acts as a toolbar. So you can see the flexibility of the system there. One of the new things in the theme manager is that you have the ability to apply to panels, the Windows panels and all panels. It'll find all active panels in the system, which is really nice. If we hit escape here, we can get to the standard escape menu. We can quit out of the program and exit the demo. Now, we've also included another demo here, which is of static windows. Static windows are placed in UI Builder in a UXML document, and they're set up in a way so they're locked into place. But you can add elements to them. Like if you look at this one here, again from the last take, I forgot to remove that to show you. I'll remove them and show them again. But you can add elements directly in UI Builder, right into your windows, and it actually places them in the correct place. We've finally figured out that little quirk with the way it works. But if you hit play here on the second demo that is included with the asset, you can see our debugging window here, and this window can be separated off. It's a standard editor window. You can pull it out, but it gives you a rundown of all the different windows that are active at the time, all their different settings, so that you can debug configuration errors, basically. We will be expanding upon this window later in future builds. As I said before, and you can see this demo, everything works too. So, as I said before, there's also a new theme manager. So you go to Tools, Garage-Ware Games, Window Framework. You have your debugger window and the theme manager. Now, the theme manager, when you first start it up, will come up with a list of all the available themes data files in the project. It shows you their paths, shows you, how many themes they have, etc. You can ping it; it'll show it to you in the project window, so you can find the thing, or you can select it and open it up for editing. Now, here's your apply methods. You can apply to all panels, the parent panel only, or just the window frames. So, depending on how your setup is, how your project is set up. Themes can get images of each one, a name, a brief description, and then a link to the style sheet. You have your set as default theme and set as active theme. Yellow bar being the default, blue background being the active. You can add and remove new themes from the standard list controls here. Okay. There's a few new options on the controller also. If you look at we've slimmed it down a lot. The themes start to get a little bit big, so now they are in the theme manager, so you have to over the quick button there. You also have the global style sheets options, which is additional style sheets, like for instance, our demo uses it to add extra theming, extra style sheet commands, basically, that are not affected by the theme, so they're applied to all the themes. So you can do that, and you also have a load order of first or last, depending on how your commands are set up. You may have to go first or last, but there is explanations of how they work. Now, as for the UXML document that makes up this demo, we have it here. And you'll see that sometimes it comes up, it may come up jumbled like this. It's a quirk in UI Builder that we are trying to find. Typically, if you hit play into the demo and then come back, it usually fixes. So let me try that real quick. Yeah, see. Oh, and it didn't want to fix. But if you just click on each one of them, they will figure out that they're in the wrong place, and they will try to replace themselves. But as you see here, some of them are off a little bit. There's something strange in the way UI Builder refreshes its screen area compared to the actual game size. We'll figure it out, but it doesn't affect the actual. It's more of a annoyance than really a bug, but you can see, they all come back into place as soon as you click on them. So, one thing I wanted to show you here is you can also now place elements. Whoop, wrong. You can place elements right in your UI builder, right into the windows. So like you have your window here, you can just drag in a element and it will place it in the correct place. So no more putting it in weird spots like it did before. I mean, we've worked out the quirks on that part, but we're still nailing down the full integration with UI Toolkit because it is a quirky monster. So bear with us on that, but it will get better over time. Okay? The other nice feature here is you can look at all your themes here in UI Builder if you're using our recommended layouts. But it allows you to see them right here in UI Builder so you can examine your themes, adjust them, etc. I actually like to have UI Builder open with a editor document because you can edit the values of the in the USS variables directly and just hit save, and UI Builder immediately updates so you can see your changes real time while you're designing styles. So that's kind of handy. Uh, and okay, and then the last thing I wanted to show you guys in today's session here is that we have greatly expanded our documentation, including all of your project. We are still working on it this weekend, but we wanted to get this video up along with the submission to Unity so that they can approve everything. This stuff will all be up by the 2nd. But we've expanded that. We've expanded the theme design so that you can fully understand how to lay out your theme and get everything done. Added a intro to the theme manager. Expanded upon the settings. Went through the overviews of the features, etc. And you'll notice a scripting and a manual. We're going to break it up similar to the way Unity does, where you have your scripting references, which are going to be searchable, and your typical user manual references. That should be online sometime later next week, early September 2025. So this should be shortly after the release of the asset. It's on time crunch, so we're doing what we can there. So yeah, thank you very much for checking out our asset. Hopefully it can be helpful to you. Again, if you come to our website, you can download it from the website, garage-ware.com, garage-ware.com/window-framework-4-UI-toolkit. And you can download that for free and check it out before you purchase. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.